Good morning, guys. Happy fall again. Today I have a really great recipe for you guys. It's super simple too. I know I always say that. I actually am a little tired today. We've been so busy at the restaurant. We have the Italian festival coming on Sunday. So don't forget to come out to Somerville Hutchinson Square and come see us there. It'll be me and my kids and a couple staff members, and we're going to be serving it up. We're going to be making really good food for you guys. So make sure you come out. It's from 11 to 6, so you can come anytime and visit. I'm really excited about it because this year it's going to be even bigger, and we've added on a few things in our tent. So we'll have more choices for people because every year we seem to run out really quickly. So it doesn't matter how much we prepare, we just always sell out, which is a good thing. But this year we have a couple more choices, so I'm really happy. Why? Well, hello. How are you, Rhett? Oh, I think last week at this time we were getting ready for the hurricane to come in and stuff. Everybody got through that, so I'm glad to hear it. So I just made my coffee and I'm ready to go. So the first thing that we're going to make today is we're going to make a pasta, but we're going to make it with a gorgonzola cream sauce with some peas and some crispy prosciutto. That's a little bit difficult to say. Crispy prosciutto. So I've chosen shells. So you can buy these, right in the store, and the shells are like this. And I like them because the sauce gets kind of stuck in the shells, so you get a bite of everything. And I already have my water going over here. And let me get a thing. It's salted, of course. And so I'm just gonna put those in. And of course we're gonna stir them around so they don't stick to the bottom. And those are gonna take about 8 to 10 minutes to cook, which is the perfect timing because that's probably all it's gonna take to make the sauce for this. So, okay, we've got those all stirred up. We'll put our box over here. I've got a pig under my feet today, so I wasn't home a lot yesterday. I had to go do live, Low Country Live. I cooked on there yesterday, so I was gone in the morning, and by the time I got back, I had to go back to work, so I didn't get to spend much time with the pig, and today he's like really clingy. So it's almost like kids, it's kind of strange, but anyway. Okay, so the first things first is we're gonna just put a little bit of olive oil. We have like a small, like a low Dutch oven, that's what this is. And in it, we're going to put a clove of garlic. Now, I'm not going to cut it up or anything. I'm just gonna kind of I don't know, I kind of don't like garlic in this. So I'm just gonna kind of smash it here and let this, there. We're just gonna kind of infuse the oil with it, the garlic in there. Because I don't know, I just don't like, me personally, I don't like gorgonzola with garlic. Okay, and then I do have a shallot. So a shallot is perfect for this because it's milder than an onion, but it does add a lot of good flavor to it. So, and I have to say I'm proud that these shallots came from my garden last year. So I just planted a whole bunch again. The garlic also, I forgot, we had them hanging forever so that they could cure, and now I'm finally happy that I can use them. So I'm just gonna cut it, and then I'm just gonna give it a little bit of a rough chop. And you wanna do it fine because you don't want big pieces of this in your, with your shells. You just want this finely chopped up. We can put that in there, and we're gonna keep stirring this around because we don't want anything to burn. And in a couple minutes, we can actually take that garlic clove out, and we can discard it because we don't need it. Okay, I'm just gonna finish the shallot here. Now shallots, when you take that outer casing off like an onion, they can be very slippery, so you want to be careful of your fingers. Okay, there we go. We're going to put that in, and we're going to stir our pasta, make sure that's still going. Okay, you know what, just this, and I only have this on low. So these pans, when they heat up, they're really super nice because the heat goes throughout the whole pan. Not one of those pans that's, you know, at the restaurant we have. All right, so I'm gonna take this big thing of garlic out. We don't need it anymore, it served its purpose. Let me see if I can see. Hi Mary, you are watching all the way from Palm Springs, California, I think. That's correct, right? And I see Patricia and I see Cindy, and I welcome everybody this morning. So if you are coming on late, we are making a pasta with a gorgonzola cream sauce, peas, and crispy prosciutto. So now to this, and we have to watch this. You have to watch this very, very carefully because things could burn. And I only have it on low. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna put my peas in. And they're frozen still, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pop a few in here. I like to get my peas sauteed. I just think it sweetens them up a little bit more. So we got those going in here. And now we have our prosciutto. And this is just prosciutto from, yes, Palm Springs. That's how I remember. I treated myself to a full cup, and also I got, you know guys, I'm not like a fancy coffee drinker. I just like it plain with half and half. But I went to this store in Mount Pleasant yesterday called the Coastal Cupboard, and it was amazing in there. I mean, that is like, if you love kitchen stuff, that's a kitchen dream come true in there. So they had this whole coffee section where you grind your own coffee. And so I got Southern Pecan, and I made it in a French press today. I didn't want to make like a whole pot because my husband doesn't drink flavored coffee. So I made it in a French press. I gotta tell you, this is so good, so good. Okay, now I got my prosciutto here, and I'm just gonna separate it. You know, it comes with all this stuff in here. And we're going to, I'm just gonna chop it up, like give it like a little rough chop, and we're gonna put it in here. And for those of you who don't know, prosciutto is air-cured ham from the Parma region, up in Italy, the northern region. And it takes a long time for it to dry out. And how they tell that it's dried out, they hang them, these big prosciutto, and they stick like a long toothpick in it, and they smell it. And if it has like a distinct smell, then they know that that prosciutto is done. Okay, so I'm cutting this up. If you don't have prosciutto, you could use ham, like our American ham. If you didn't want this, you could use bacon. You know, we have substitutions like that. Hi, Bonnie, you were coming in tonight for veal and meat cheese and your cookbook. Yes, I have it for you, girl. Do not worry. I have everybody's cookbook. Hey, everybody's been coming in for them, and it's been great. Okay, so, whoops, get back in that pan. Okay, so we're crisping up the prosciutto now, and the peas are all cooked through, because you know they're frozen, so they literally took 2 minutes to cook through. In my cookbook, I have a section called Pantry Picks, and having in your freezer should be always peas, because you can use them for everything, every single thing. It's great. Okay, and they cook so fast too. All right, so this is all ready. We're just gonna kind of separate the prosciutto here. We serve a dish like this kind of at the restaurant. It's called, we serve it with tortellini. It's called tortellini boscaiola, but we don't use the, it's a huge seller. And we don't use gorgonzola because not everybody likes it. We just use fresh nutmeg, and which is what I actually needed today, which I forgot. Okay, now I'm going to salt and pepper these. Put a little bit of salt. We don't need a lot of salt with the prosciutto because it's already salty enough, and we don't want the dish. And so is the gorgonzola. The gorgonzola has a lot of also, so. Okay, while that's cooking, we'll just stir this again, and our pasta is almost done. We're gonna put this together. Let me just get my nutmeg. Let me grab for 1 second. I apologize. Got it. I'm right behind you in my spice cabinet. Okay, nutmeg. Somebody asked me when I made like a cream soup if we should always put nutmeg in and it's just like 1 teaspoon, half a teaspoon. Not every cream soup, no. But it does add a nice warmth, and since it's fall, it'll give it that, you know, fall feeling. Okay, this is ready. Ready for the heavy cream. This dish is not for dietetic people. However, if you wanted to use regular milk or heavy or half and half, you could substitute that as well. And so we're gonna heat this through, and then we're gonna add in our gorgonzola. And the gorgonzola is basically like Italian blue cheese. Let me see what some people say. Anthony, how is that dish different from tortellini carbonara? Well, oh, it's Ashley, I'm sorry. Well, the tortellini is a totally different pasta. And the carbonara you make with egg. That's a traditional, you make them with egg yolk. That's how you make a carbonara. I know a lot of restaurants make it with the cream because they're afraid of the egg, and a lot of people are afraid of the egg, but you really don't make carbonara with cream sauce, and this is made with cream. So that's the difference between it. Hi Dale, see you Sunday. I'm so glad you're coming to the festival. Okay, so this is the gorgonzola, and you can see like the blue running through it. Delicious. A lot of people don't like it. If you didn't want to use gorgonzola, then you could just make this like an Alfredo. You could put Parmesan in it. You could put fontina cheese. Fontina cheese is really good. It melts really quick. I like to say it's like the mac and cheese, you know, in Italy, because it melts so fast and it's mild. So you could definitely put fontina in here. Okay, so we've got this going, and I'm going to turn it up a little bit so it can start to melt. Look how quickly like this comes together. This sauce is almost heated through. We're just going to chop up the gorgonzola in here now. And I know how I like mine. I like mine very cheesy, but if you didn't have to put in as much as I did. I used probably, you know, half of this block, and I'm going to taste it in a few minutes to see if I need to add more. And our pasta is almost done. So the timing of this was perfect. I put the penne or the shells on when I started this. My hair is just like all over the place today. All right, it's melting down. And then once you turn this up to start to simmer, it'll tighten up. That's kind of what we call it at the restaurant when we do sauces. Let me see, sorry, I meant different from the tortellini dish you mentioned you make in the restaurant. There's no gorgonzola in the tortellini. It's called a boscaiola, and that has no gorgonzola in it. You're right, they're very, very similar. The pastas are different, but we do use peas and prosciutto, and we use a little bit of scallion in it, the heavy cream, and the nutmeg. We do not, the only difference actually is we don't put the gorgonzola in it. So that's basically, this is a cheesy boscaiola. But you're right, this is exactly the same. And that is such a big seller there. Everybody loves it, including myself. It's a great dish. Okay, I'm gonna add just a little bit more because that's all melted. And you know, the gorgonzola, it's a soft cheese, so it's melting very fast. And I'm gonna get a spoon here, and I'm going to test it out and see. So good. Okay, it is ready. It's already thickening up, it's simmering. And you know, as soon as we put the pasta in here, it's gonna tighten it up. So we're gonna get our spider, turn this off, and we're gonna take our pasta, and it's okay if it's al dente because that's when the pasta really tastes the best. And it's okay also if we get the pasta water, a little bit of pasta water in here. You don't always have to drain your pasta, especially when you're putting it directly into a sauce, because the extra starch from here thickens it up and makes it, it's like liquid gold. It's really good for it. Alrighty. And there we go. All done. And look how beautiful this dish came out already. It's just about done. But we're missing one thing that makes it absolutely the best. And that's that crispy prosciutto. It's not the prosciutto that we put in here. It's the one that I actually put in the oven before we started. I just took a couple of the pieces and I put the oven on 400, and this took about, and look how nice and crispy this is. I put it in the oven and it took like 5 minutes to cook. So now we can just put it out on here, and then when we go to serve it, we can just break it up. And it makes a really nice garnish for the dish itself. This is getting nice and tight now, and that's what you want. You want it to saute down until it tightens up. That's everything coming together. If you wanted to add a little Parmesan cheese to the top, you could. However, it's not necessary because you have all that beautiful gorgonzola in there. So, okay. I'm going to take a little bit out and put it on a plate. I'm going to show you how to serve this. And I'm going to get one of these. I'm going to put it on here. I love that I time the videos like right around lunchtime, because I get to taste everything and it ends up being my lunch. Okay, we could drizzle a little bit of more gorgonzola on the top here like this. Just a couple extra pieces. And that's gonna still tighten up a little bit. Okay, we serve a flatbread at the restaurant now that has gorgonzola on it. Hi guys, hey, hi everybody that's joining. I'm so happy to see you guys. Oh, Tracy, I hope you come on Saturday. It'd be wonderful to see you. Okay, now this this prosciutto, we're breaking up. I'm just gonna put it on the top like this. And it's so good. There we go, guys. Pepe, are you leaving? Pepe? Look at this. See, you can see the gorgonzola, the peas. This is such a great dish, and it took us no time at all. And when you bite into it's very hot. When you bite into this with that crispiness, like I love texture. I love anything that, you know, is different than a softness. I like to have something chewy or crunchy in there. So that's why the prosciutto on the top is really good. And the little peas in there are sweet. So good. Guys, this is really good. And you know what I was just thinking? It would also be good as like a cold pasta salad. I know it's not summer and we don't really go to barbecues and all that right now, but it's also good for like on the side if you want, we're serving, you know, it at like a picnic or a barbecue. You could definitely let this chill in the refrigerator and use it for a pasta salad. Oh my god, this is so good. So good. Sometimes I make things and I just don't realize how good they turn out, you know. This is all done, so. And I also got dinner done now for my husband and my son, so a win-win for me. All right, I hope you guys have a great day. I'm gonna see if I can show you Pepe back here for 1 sec. Let's see if we can show you Pepe. Pepe, say hi everybody. You want tomato? You gotta be careful, you can lose your fingers if you put them by his mouth. He'll eat them, so. All right, guys, thank you. Have a great, Gennaro, how are you? I'm so happy to see you. I gotta go, I gotta run. Guys, make this dish, you're gonna love it. And I'll see you Sunday at the festival. Don't forget, come to Amici's.